Well, it doesn't get more iconic than Bern's, other than maybe their famous dessert room. The cozy upstairs was built out of wine casks to create 48 private rooms and opened almost 30 years after the steakhouse opened. Today, I take you to the world famous Harry Wall dessert room and this week's Great Day Dining. Everyone who comes to Bern's knows, no matter how amazing that steak is, you have to leave room for dessert. From the banana Fosters to the macadamia nut ice cream, a little slice of heaven waits right up these stairs.
I think we have a lot of people that are quite sold. I think they were a little afraid of losing some of the nostalgia, but we kept a lot of that. We have to keep up with the times, you know, and there's a lot of new fun techniques that we can do and work with, so it's exciting.
I'm here with Summer Bailey, the executive pastry chef, and thank you so much for having us in today.
No problem. I'm excited to have you here.
You've been here for about 8 months, right?
Yep.
What did you think when you first walked into this iconic space?
It reminded me of like a castle, and it was quite exquisite. Just the stairs and the portraits, everything was just pretty amazing. And each individual room has its own name and its own story. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Can you go back to sort of the beginning and how this dessert room even came to be?
Absolutely. So Mr. Bern Laxer and Gert went to visit Harry Waugh for a dinner. He was a French winemaker, and they had a lovely dinner, and then Mr. Waugh said, you know what, let's go retire to my drawing room, have some cigars, some dessert, some wine. And I guess it was quite a few years later, maybe 5 years later, Mr. Bern Laxer decided that, you know what, that would be really neat for have your own little dessert room upstairs from the regular restaurant.
So I love that all of the rooms are sort of individual rooms that are made out of, tell me what they're made out of?
Redwood wine casks from California.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah,
And
they had it shipped in on a train. It was awesome.
Yeah, so everyone has their little experience, almost like they're in their own little party, which is what he was going for.
Absolutely.
What should we taste first?
I think we have to go with the iconic McNutt sundae. Yes.
Which is this. Now, is this this has been on the menu for a while, right?
Yes, quite some time.
Okay.
It's a special secret recipe that took many, many years to come up with.
So I got to get some of the nuts and the ice cream here. Okay.
It's good.
Wow.
It's good.
Wow. Oh my gosh. This is going to be like my favorite meal ever.
Yes.
Because it's all dessert. So I know you kept a lot of stuff on the menu when you sort of took over, but then you created your own as well. So what is something that you brought in to the dessert room?
Well, along with the classics that we kept, because we really wanted to honor Gert and Bern, we brought in a cherry, which is kind of going to be seasonal, so we can kind of change it up, make it an orange or an apple. This was something a little bit more structured, different, playful.
So how do you make the mold? Is this like a different technique, or?
Yeah, so we have a mold, and then we pipe in some dark chocolate mousse.
Okay.
And in the center we have a sour cherry marmalade. And basically it's supposed to resemble a pit of the cherry. The base is a cocoa nib brownie. It needs something to kind of stand on. And then we make our chocolate stems in-house.
So, and you said seasonally you change what's on top.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're gonna change it and make an apple, an orange. It's gonna be fun. It's actually called the cherry on the menu, and then it'll be the orange, the apple. So we're pretty excited about that.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. And this is like a
That's the cherry sorbet.
Oh, the sorbet. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I'm glad you like it. We have a s'mores brownie, which I'm not really sure how many people don't like s'mores.
Nobody.
So this is a hit. This is one of our best sellers. We start with a graham cracker crust, and then we have a chocolate chunky brownie that we warm up, and then we add some marshmallow fluff on top, and you can't go without torching it, right? That's definitely a marshmallow. And then we have an apple pie, which I've been making for quite some time. I started it out in New York, and I make it here. And it's got a salted caramel sauce that I fold into the actual filling.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. All right, I need to take another bite.
Thank you.
This is so good.
Yes.
So good. Is there anything you can tell us, like what the secret is to that, or no?
I think it's the salted caramel sauce folded in, because you usually have your traditional apple pie with the cinnamon and the nutmeg, but it's folding in salted caramel. You can't lose.
Can we talk about banana Fosters for a little bit?
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people when they come to Bern's, that's what they think of. Can you tell us a little bit about it? And
Absolutely. I mean, coming from New Orleans, that was a huge thing that we used to do. It's a classic. It's just a show. This whole dessert room is an experience in and of itself. And then you add some fire and some flame. It's just really exciting, and people love it.
so when I come to Bern's, I always start with the Bern's coffee.
Oh, yes. We call that the Cat Burns. That's a special coffee. We add a little bit of a kick to it.
Okay, yeah, because it's very popular.
Yes,
right?
very popular.
So
yes.
what's in it?
Finely ground roasted coffee. It's marinated in our secret blend of flavored liqueurs, and it's topped with some vanilla cream.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's a dessert in and of itself.
Right, I know. I always get this and dessert. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Come on, this is what I do for a living. I suggest that completely.
There are no rules in the dessert room.
Absolutely.
In fact, this would be a good place to mention that now you can actually make reservations between 5 and 7 for just the dessert room.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. And people are super excited about that, especially if you can't get a reservation downstairs. You can come have dessert first.
Yeah, it's a way to get a little taste of Bern's until you get that reservation.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
So when you come and you eat at Bern's, you have an automatic reservation upstairs at the dessert room, right?
Yep, absolutely, because you get your own experience downstairs, and then you come up and get a more intimate experience upstairs. And it's quite memorable. There's nothing else like this dessert room anywhere else.
Yeah, and we have to mention the piano, right? There's piano
absolutely.
music.
Yes, Kenny and Butch are amazing, and you can put in your requests and they'll play anything.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for having us in today.
Thank you for having me do this. Yes.
And I'm not leaving just yet because I think we're just gonna eat.
Okay.
And then this will be my dinner.
All right. Good. Yeah, you're gonna be on a sugar high.
So what an experience, and she is amazing, like at what she does. It's almost like art when you see it, when you watch her work, and it was all delicious. So if no one's been there yet, please go. And now, like we mentioned, you can make reservations for just the dessert room, and you can have, dessert for dinner. Just make that your dinner.
Or maybe you go to dinner somewhere and you go over there next.
Yes.
For dessert.
Absolutely. It's an experience.
Did you have a favorite dessert that you tried?
Yes, it was like a banana cream pie, and it was delicious. You wouldn't think like banana out of all that stuff there, but it was just perfect.
Okay.
Like, it was just amazing. But it was all good. The ice cream, the macadamia nut ice cream, to die for.
Okay,
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So again, you can make reservations between 5 and 6:45. You can make those reservations on their website at bernssteakhouse.com.